Hi, Nancy Burt-Preece here, Independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator. I am casing this card from Stamp with TLC. It's using the Impressions Abloom Designer Series paper. I am using the stamp set. I'm using Nested Essentials and the Impressions Abloom dies. I'm also using Thankful Garden Designer Series paper. I prep cards for lots of people, so sometimes I interchange the Designer Series paper. So I am doing it this time. So it's a relatively easy card to make once you have everything cut out, which I already did. You need kind of the smallest two Nested Essentials, a white and a crushed curry. You need 3 1/2 by 5 1/4 strips of Designer Series paper. And this one's 2 1/4 by 5 1/4. I cut out a sunflower out of crushed curry. And this is an early espresso center that I'm just going to glue right there and I don't lose it. And 2 leaves. I want to show you quickly how to use some of these. To cut out the sunflower, you actually put 2 dies in at the same time. And they only fit a certain way. And I'll give you a hint. This has to fit, if I can get it right, so it goes in these 2 here. And then it gives you that design. The same with the leaf pattern. So you got a teeny tiny leaf pattern that's stuck to the other leaf. And you cut these out at the same time. And it gives you that, which I think is super cool. And the same thing with the center. So I wanted to show you how to do that. I have an outside 5 1/2 by 8 1/2 scored at 4 1/4. This is crushed curry. And I have an inside white. So let's do our inside white very much, because the outside says thanks and the inside says so very much. So I'm going to go ahead. Oops, I got something on that. Let me go to this side. And put that right there. I'm using early espresso. Now I'm going to use Garden Green. And once again, I take all my cues from the Designer Series paper and the colors that are in that. Here is my stem. Putting that down here on a little bit of an angle. Last time, you can see my leaf didn't even touch the stem. I'm going to try to get it to touch. Yeah. If you took a little more time, you could probably get it to touch just beautifully. I did not. Then I'm going to add just the outline. I wanted it to look like a sunflower. And I did catch that from Stamp with TLC. And I thought that was just really neat. And the last thing we'll do for that kind of stamping, for this part, is an early espresso center of the flower. Okay. I'm going to keep this out because I'm also going to stamp this in early espresso. There we go. You can see my center of the flower didn't go perfect. Now you could leave it, which is probably the smart thing, or try to do it again. Didn't really get any better, but that's okay. It's still a center, and I'm going to let it go. So I have all my stamping done for this card. I'm going to go ahead and adhere the inside. Now for the outside, I'm going to start with this Designer Series paper, and I am going to use liquid glue because you really do need a little wiggle room. So this is 2 1/4 by 5 1/4, and you notice I'm trying to get a nice even edge here. Then I'm going to do the same thing with these, but I'm once again using some green glue. Now, Stamp with TLC did a different die set and some different things, but I love this 3 strips of DSP and then the larger one. I thought that was a really neat look. So now I'm going to do the outside 2 and then put the inside 1 in. And I'll tell you why, because then you can just fill up whatever space you have left. Because if you don't, sometimes you don't get them as accurate as you would like. I know, because I've done it. Been there, done that. So I'm going to add that and fill up that space, because it doesn't make a difference how much is on either side. That's the middle one, so it really doesn't make a difference. I'm going to adhere this to the crushed curry mat. And I am going to adhere it right on my card front. I already have this one adhered together, so I'm going to pop it up with a dimensional, probably 2 would give you a nice pop up. However you want this to look, you can do it any way you want. Then I'm going to use the mini dimensionals to adhere my leaves. I think I got grabbed one in a top, I think. Oh golly, I'm grabbing a whole bunch. Put that one over and get the tops off of that. I'm going to adhere that right here. And I have one stuck on my finger, and I'll add another one. And I'm going to put that right there. And we have a really fun, let me get that off of there, fun card that really showcases your designer series paper. And it's a great September fall card. So I hope you like it and give a try with this designer series paper. How it is placed on there. I hope you try that too. Have a great day.